guys. Up next, we have the guy. He was here last month taking photos of everyone. He drove all the way down from St. Cloud for this. He's bald. Everyone, Michael Soule.
Thanks for that glowing intro. I'm bald from St. Cloud. Wow. So, I'm doing okay now, but last week I went to my doctor about my migraines, and he prescribed to me Botox. Like he thinks I'm so ugly it hurts. In fact, he did tell me, well, you do look like you sipped cigarettes out of the ashtray. And that's true. But I put that in my resume as a skill underneath self-unemployed. So, my favorite thing to do in the city is just walk around. One, it's free. But my favorite places to walk are probably alleys. Because, you get to see the old exposed brick, you get to see the history of the city. Right? But I've always been disappointed that I never ran into the alley creep. This guy who comes out of the shadows in the dumpster and says, "Hey lady, got nice shoes, Dad?" That guy? Then I realized, because he's me. I'm my own Scooby-Doo villain. That's not a good feeling. I haven't even seen any creeps. I haven't even seen a rat. That means I'm like the alpha creep. I drive all the other ones away. But I will say, I'm a good person to go into an alley with, but I'm a bad person to meet. Whoa, I forgot. Whoa, I don't know what the delay was. A lady once said I looked like a grave robber. And no, I detest that. I'm not a grave robber, I'm a necrophiliac. Okay, I'm not a thief, thank you very much. Though, that does give me the idea, it's not illegal to ask somebody for money, right? It's not illegal to do it rudely, right? It's illegal to do it with threats and a weapon, right? So I want to go into a bank and just ask them directly and in the face, give me all your money. And if it works, it works. And what recourse do they have? I have all their money. They can't sue me. So I lost about 100 pounds recently. Woo, thank you, one person. The other person lose weight. I will say, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to lose that kind of weight. But when you just can't afford groceries, you don't get that same sense of accomplishment. The only thing I feel is hunger. In fact, I'm not here as, comedian. If we can all spare $1, that would be great. I'm not counting, my calories down. I'm counting them up. I'm trying to get as many as I can. They really don't talk about the downsides of being thin. For example, I felt this hard mass on my side. I'm not sure if it was a cyst or cancer or a calcium buildup, but it kind of was. It was my hip. I never felt that big before. Skinnies really oversell this being thin thing, I feel exposed to the elements. I hate seeing my veins. I'm more prone to pokey objects now. I want a suit of armor, at all times. I used to be able to open doors. Those doors you just press open. I used to be able to open them just with my stomach. And now, with my flat face, I just hit the door completely. And then it opens a little bit, it hits me again. And the one thing they didn't tell you about is the loose skin. The loose skin, I'll give you a little demonstration. Okay, I have to set it up. I had a perfect belly button. It looked a lot like this. belly button you really sink a finger into, But now it's just sad. It's all sad. It's like a sad emoji. I don't know what to do about that. That's the first time I did that, actually. My aunt and my sweet little aunt and uncle. Yeah, no, my head to body ratio has never been worse now. Like I look like I'm wearing a bald cap now. That's not good. In fact, like I have the proportions of Michelangelo's David. And if you don't know, Michelangelo's David, the one, in Rome, it was built with a huge head, and the proportions got smaller and smaller going down to the base. So when you looked at it from the bottom, it looked like it was a normal proportion. And as you can all see now, still big, isn't it? Michelangelo's a better figure than me. Oh yeah, I was just showing a friend this the other day, my collarbone. And this thing is thick. Like, I don't like being able to feel it, but like you can put a hook in there and like pick me up with a helicopter, But like a black friend of mine, he just looked at me and said, you Neanderthal. And I'll say black people, you finally found a good insult for white people. We had gringo, ginger, cracker, whitey. Who's hurt by that? No one. But Neanderthal? That's a hard L. You got me there. And it just so happened to be that I'm the creation of that insult. My luck. I forget where it was. Oh yeah, and what really upsets me about that is that I was also a fat kid, and I didn't want to sound like a fat kid, so I didn't tell everyone that I was big boned. I'm big boned, because that's what a fat kid would say. And if you're a fat kid, you don't want to sound like a fat kid, That got nowhere. No, it's good. It's good to lose weight, especially now, because it's so hot. Like I used to sweat the way. Can't believe I'm doing this in front of my aunt. I used to sweat the way women squirt. Like my treadmill when I started out, it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. Like they actually had me wipe down the actual mat too. I know, that was bad. I know. I was a heavyweight wrestler, varsity, for 5 years. So I have fat cred, even if I don't have it now. And I will say, there's nothing worst smell in the world than fat guy sweat, especially with a little friction. It smells like old McDonald's grease mixed with a hard sock. And I still can't get the taste out of my mouth. And the worst times are the tournaments. Because the tournaments, you can wrestle, 10 people in a day. And it's not like you take a shower in between. You have all those 10 people's sweat on you the whole day. Like, I've been to orgies that are cleaner. Just random ones, too. Yeah, and I actually ref some youth wrestling. There's good money in that. And, well, it's better than coaching. You just get one paycheck. But, with the tournaments, being a ref, you get, paid per day. More kids, more money. And these kids, they're actually really great athletes. It's almost like watching Olympic trials, these kids. Because when they're good, they're great. They're just scoring points on each other. Just the beauty of them learning the art and being able to execute it is actually very profound. But beyond 8 years old down, there's no point for them to even be up there. All they do is look at their parents and just constructively plan fall with each other. Just go down. I mean, they're basically just dry humping each other. and that's just weird. Well, we all agree on that, thank God. I'm going to finish this set down here, because I may or may not have pulled the hamstring. But you have a School of Storytelling, you've been great. Audience, you've been great. Tage, get up here.